The Gateway Academic Program is the brainchild of Dr. Daryao Khatri, a physics professor at the University of the District of Columbia. It offers a two-pronged approach to improving the educational outcomes for students and the teachers preparing them for college. Dr. Khatri is so kind to join us in the studios, and I have to admit, I worked for you last summer and really enjoyed the students and the outcomes, and every day I went there, I was able to see them improve and the little light bulb go off, you know? So how did you get started in all this?
It got started in 2006. We had a major problem, not only at UDC, across the nation. And the problem is that approximately 5 million students enter college freshmen in the institutions of higher education. Out of the 5 million, there are 3.5, which is 70 to 80% of the students need remedial courses. There are 4 remedial courses offered at the institutions of higher education, 2 in math, 2 in English. And we wanted to test that is it possible to close this gap in a 6 to 8 weeks program, summer program. And that's exactly what we did. We did a program in 2006 for 6 weeks. We extended the program to 8 weeks in the summer of 2007.
And at some point, were you just doing math and not English?
We did exactly that. In 2007, we did the program only in math, just to see what difference can it make in the 8 weeks for students. We took 16 students, 13 of them, which is almost close to 87 and 90%, passed the post-acuplacer in both remedial math courses. So they were college ready on day 1. As a result, these students registered at UDC, University of the District of Columbia, in the fall semester of 2007. And now 13 of them have graduated in within 6 years.
You have to be proud.
Oh, wonderful. It is a wonderful thing we have achieved. 13 students coming in, all 13 have graduated.
So what happened in your career as a professor to make you realize, wait a minute, there's a problem here? Because you were a teacher and you would come into school and you'd start with X amount of students, and by the time the semester was over, you were down a bunch of kids.
That's exactly what used to happen. I wasn't that bad. I used to have about 50 to 60% of retention rates, but there's something changed. But remember, I was told by my chairperson of the department when I was hired. The person told me, his name was Dr. Danfo, and he told me that, listen, I'm hiring you as a researcher, not as a teacher. Anybody could teach.
Really?
Anybody could teach, according to him.
That's
and
not true.
That was the case. In higher education, that is still true today.
That the thought is that anyone can
Anybody
teach.
can
It's
teach.
not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Today, will you believe, in the Washington Post, I read a clip given by the president of Howard University. You know what he said? He said, you can have a PhD in any discipline. Doesn't mean you can teach.
That's right.
And therefore, we must go where the students are, not where the students need to come to us. No, we need to start where the students are. And that's exactly what we're able to do. We have a retention rate now 100% in the University of the District of Columbia, in the physics courses, in the math courses. It cannot be beaten by anyone in the country. UDC is the first institution which has been able to accomplish this.
Now, last last summer, that you added the English portion of it?
We added the English component in 2008 and 2009. Okay, as a function of 2007 program, we were only testing the math program. What happened as a result, when the student took the post-acuplacer English as well, there was a tremendous improvement. And we said to ourselves, we can try English as well. So we got good results in 2008 and 2009, not what we expected. And last year, it was simply fantastic. When you were part of the program,
yes.
We had a major achievement on the part of students. They know how to write. And we guarantee now that we can remove writing problems for anyone within a week to 10 days. You don't have to go to school, take this course for years and years. No, we can remove those problems right away in a week to 10 days.
Because you identify specifically what is wrong.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we did in math. And the same approach applied for English and reading, especially for English writing. So we go after the holes, Okay, you call deficiency, what do you call? These are the holes. We fill those holes. Not only in math, we do the same thing for English writing, and guess what? We got the same results. And that's wonderful.
Absolutely. Any one student stick out in your mind?
As a matter of fact, Mark Quinn Davis, who's my physics major,
Yes.
okay, he was covered by Chronicle of Higher Education on April 21st. Eric Hoover wrote a story, a covered story of 16 pages long on him, his experiences, my experiences as a professor, my background from India, my work here, and stuff like this. And we graduated him in 2013. We graduated one of the 2007 students who came in remedial math in 2000. She graduated in 2012, and she's doing a PhD in physics at Howard University.
That's amazing.
Today.
And one of the things that I know is very critical to this program is that the children in the program, the students, they have a mentor. And that mentor is responsible for, you know, coming in, and sometimes they would be the person who would, if somebody was getting out of line, they knew the kids, and the kids knew and trusted them, and they could, you know, they didn't have to corral them, they just have to go over and say, hey, you know, because they had this rapport, this relationship, which is important.
Which is very critical, because the students who are coming to us, they are not well prepared.
Right.
They are well prepared. All we needed them to do for us, come to us. We will train you. We will educate you. If something else is needed, we'll do that for you. So what we created, we call them now as academic parenting. So this program, Angela, by the way, was not only started by me, it was started by two other professors. Dr. Ann Hughes, who's retired from the University of District of Columbia, and Professor Brenda Brown, professor of mathematics. She is still there. And three of us together are the originator of the Gateway Academic Program.
Well, Dr. Khatri, thank you so much for what you are doing for underserved youth, especially African Americans here in the District of Columbia. And I know this program is all over the United States. You're doing great work. Keep it up. And tell the kids I said hi this summer.
I will.